Many times we've heard people say that if there truly was a loving God, He would never let this thing or that terrible thing happen. I know we've all heard this before, and it does cause some people to question whether a loving God exists, and would God allow such terrible negative things to happen throughout this world? From June 14th through June 23rd of 2016, the Gallup organization did a poll which asked, do you believe in a God or a universal spirit? The responses were that 89% did believe, 9% didn't believe, and 2% had no opinion. So God bless that 11%, for they just don't know yet, but they will when their time comes. I think we've all learned in the recent past that polls are just not that reliable because of many factors, but at least this gives us a point of reference. However, for the purpose of this video, let's all pretend that there is a loving God. Now, I'm assuming that everyone out there watching this video has a family, tribe, or group that they belong to. So let's say that you're the head of this group. All right, now I ask you, do you or can you control everything that each and every member of your group does? No, you don't, and no, you can't. And you know why? Well, just think. We can't even control each and every detail of our own lives, much less the details and happenings of others' lives. And it's simple. The reason you can't control others is because each and every person here on this earth has free will. The right to choose to do as they please, no matter who it benefits or harms. That even takes into consideration the human or societal laws, which are proven on a daily basis to be ineffective mostly. So let's pretend there is a primary power, creator, spirit, or God that created all of this, everything. After creating a universe, let's say God, being a loving God, looked at all that was created and thought, isn't this beautiful? I want to share all this beauty and love, but I don't have anyone to share it with. I want companions to love and enjoy these creations as much as I do. I want family. I don't want a bunch of many-me godlings that think, feel, and do exactly as I do. I want a variety of spirit sons and daughters that can think and learn and create as I create and enjoy life, spirit, and love to the fullest. I'll make them even more special than any of my other creations by advancing their consciousness. I'll create spirits in my image, but I want their will to be free. I want them to have their own beliefs, make their own choices, their own creations, which will allow them to become loving companions to all living things and me. So I'll present them with the gift of free will. Now, with this free will comes responsibility, so they must learn, think, create, and make loving choices. And I promise I'll never let my will override theirs. So they must live with what they create, and it'll get messy. So like I did with the laws of nature, I will create a law to balance all actions with reactions to empower cause and effect. The only way that my creations will exist in purest form is through balance. And the law of balance will be called karma. So they will experience what goes around comes around as a learning tool. Then God thought, well, they're only children, they'll only be children, and they know not what they do, so no doubt they'll make mistakes like merging with the physical universe, which will get out of hand. No doubt somewhere in their cycles of learning they will become separated from their immortal path that connects them to love and to me. They'll feel lost and alone and start living by their physical senses and emotions rather than their spiritual guides and loving memories. They'll wander aimlessly, possibly for lifetimes. So I'll provide a silent inner voice and spirit guides to help them freely find their own way back to their true home, the home of light and love. So all my children's mistakes must be balanced with like reactions and vice versa until they learn to use their free will to do only that which will make them be loved the most by each and every other creation. For I already love them more than they could ever imagine. If they break the law of karma, they will eventually experience the reaction to their actions. So when you see or hear about illness, catastrophe, disaster, war, killing, maiming, hurting, or whatever suffering there is, remember, who is doing it to whom? It's mankind doing it to mankind, children to children. It's not God. God does not override our will. God is pure, unconditional love and would never harm what has been created. God will work with us, but not for us. God won't clean up our messes no matter how much He loves us. So what can we do as God's children to end these mistakes, these catastrophes and disasters? We must vow to always use our free will to be loving, forgiving, and do only that which will cause us to be loved the most by all. If we do that, then we will experience heaven here on earth. And we will also be homeward bound. Peace, love, forgiveness, happiness. Blessings to you all.